The Bulls and the All Blacks face off this weekend on Saturday in the final club versus country game before the first test match, the All Blacks versus Springboks next week. This is going to be absolutely awesome. Of course, I think the Tuesday after the test match against the Springboks, there's the Lions versus All Blacks game, which should be honestly quite an interesting one, considering I don't think that many Lions players will be featuring in that Springboks team. They've got quite a strong team as well. They won the South African Shield, so for those midweek players, that could be a really good game as well. So some really fun matchups happening. But this is a big one here. The final game of preparation for the All Blacks before they face the mighty Springboks, the world champions. This is going to be so good. I mean, not just talking about the game this weekend, the entire test series is going to be absolutely awesome. But there's two very strong teams selected here. I've got the teams up here right now. There are two very strong teams selected. The All Blacks have gone for a strong team without most of their probably starting players in the team here. I mean, there's no Geordie Barrett, no Quinn Tupaia, no Ruben Love. So they probably are resting those guys before the game against the Springboks. They've probably had a few really tough training sessions in the Highveld at the altitude. But for some of these guys in this All Blacks team, there's a few guys that still have to put their hand up to actually play for a spot in the team. And I think this is going to be a very tough physical game. Of course, I will say my prediction at the end. I'm pretty sure it's pretty obvious who I think will win this game and by how far. But that being said, this Bulls team right now is not a bad team at all. They made the final of the URC, and for all the All Blacks fans here, I have to apologize for the Sharks performance, because that was horrible to watch. That was horrible to watch for me, even as a Sharks fan. But this game should be a lot different. It should be a lot closer, not regarding the score. It should be closer regarding the competitiveness at set piece, the competitiveness of the kicking game. The backfield should be much better defended by the Bulls as well. There's some really good players here that were almost in the conversation for the Springboks this year as well. And there are two Springboks that have just been announced today to be put back into the team. Two of the players from the Bulls, I think number 16 and number 20... Oh, it says here it's already updated, and number 20 were changed for Johan Grobelaar and Elrich Louw. But we're going to go through both the teams here. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about some of the matchups. But for the Bulls here, Alu Chakweni at number 1, Juan Els at number 2, Francois Kloppe at number 3. At number 4, we have Ruan Vermaak, JF van Heerden at number 5, Marcel Coetzee at captain at number 6, Hanro Liebenberg at number 7. At number 8, Jean-Andre Rudolph, the man that was in so much form this year for the Bulls. Number 9, the explosive, the amazing, the in-form Embrose Papier. In my opinion, should be with the Springboks right now. Just my opinion. Number 10, Kerwin Bosch comes back from France from a really good few seasons in the Pro D2, back into the Bulls setup. And a lot of the times after these guys go play Pro D2, they come back as better players as well. Number 11, Stravino Jacobs. Number 12, we have Harold Forster. Number 13, Stedman Gans. Number 14, Takir Abrahams back from Munster. And number 15, the ever so experienced Willie Leroux. But looking at the bench here, Johan Grobelaar comes back into the team here. Steve Satole, who played his trade as well at the Lions and the Stormers as well. Kuta Mchunu. Then we have Reinhard Ludwig, who's still a youngster as well, but a really good player. Number 20, Elrich Louw comes back. Number 21, Paul de Vet. Number 22, Katlego Letabele. And number 23, Hakeem Kunene. Sorry for looking that way the whole time. My phone died and I was going to try to get it plugged in. It's not charging. And I'm looking at the team list right there, so I'm sorry about that, guys. But a strong team for the Bulls, it has to be said. There are a few young guys there, but they're on the bench and they've actually kind of proven themselves at URC level as well. So it's not really like the Sharks team where they just send out all the youngsters, let them have a good time, play against some of their idols and swap jerseys after the game. This is a much more serious game, and that Bulls team right there is a lot more serious. And I think it starts from number 3 to number 8 there. Number 1 and number 2 are very good players. They're not regulars in the Bulls side, but they do have a big opportunity. But Francois Kloppe, JF van Heerden, who I think has to put up his hand right now, Ruan Vermaak, I think it's Ruan Vermaak at number... Ruan Vermaak at number 4. Marcel Coetzee as captain. Then we have Jean-Andre Rudolph and Andre Liebenberg. Those are really 6 really class forwards there for the Bulls. Physical, big. Marcel Coetzee has played against the All Blacks many times before for the Springboks. Hanro Liebenberg kind of did his trade a bit for Leicester Tigers. He's become a legend there in Leicester. Some really good players there, and I think they will put up a very good fight at set piece and around the park as well. Then you have guys like Johan Grobelaar, Steve Satole, Kuta Mchunu, Reinhard Ludwig and Elrich Louw coming off the bench 5 really good forwards there on the bench, very physical, and a few Springboks as well. So you can already see from the team list, this is going to be a much different game, a much more competitive game. But moving over to the All Blacks side, we have Xavier Numi at number 1, one of my favorite players for the All Blacks currently. That Hurricanes front row is awesome. Number 2, Cody Taylor as captain. Number 3, Tyrell Lomax. Number 4, Fabian Holland. Number 5, Patrick Tuipulotu. Number 6, Simon Parker. Number 7, Anton Segner. And number 8, we have Peter Lakai. So already a very good All Blacks forward pack. A few guys there I think will be trying to play themselves into the team for next week. It's definitely 50-50 between a lot of guys, and I think all the guys in this team right here are being given a fair opportunity against quite a good opposition to try prove themselves to make that first test match next week. I think out of those guys there, probably Cody Taylor, in my opinion, is the only guy with a set in stone position in the 23 for those tests against the Springboks. But yet again, you never know what they're thinking. It could be a Safa Mua and Samisoni Takiaho. Those guys are so good. There's so much hooker depth right now for the All Blacks, probably the best in the world, that there's a lot of fierce competition right now, and you still have to put up your hand in a game like this. But also, it is good for some of those guys to get a physical game under their belt, especially some of those guys that their first game of the tour was against the Sharks. That was quite a disappointing encounter from a competitive perspective. Looking at number 9, Cortez Ratama gets an opportunity, and it is a big opportunity because Kyle Preston, a very good player coming off the bench, is right on his tail and could actually get a spot in that 23 against the Springboks, looking really good from the bench. I've said it before, I'll say it again, almost reminds me of a TJ Perenara. Good in the unstructured game, very good in open play as well, can pick up the pace a bit. Number 10 over here, we have Josh Jacob, a very good opportunity for him. I saw the behind the scenes as well. I've been watching all the videos of the All Blacks on YouTube. I mean, I am a neutral to the All Blacks. I'm not an All Blacks fan. I am a Springboks fan, but to this whole series, I've been a neutral. I'll always be a neutral, and sometimes I'm actually very hard on the Springboks as well, but Josh Jacobs a really good player, and seeing the way he reacted to playing his first game against the Stormers was just awesome to see. It's really good to see the behind the scenes. I wish my Springbok team had a lot more behind the scenes of that as well. So if you guys have seen that, let me know what you think of it down below. And I mean, I saw the one as well where they get all the kit. Looks absolutely awesome. Number 11 there for the All Blacks, Josh Morby. He has a good opportunity to get himself into the team going forward. An unorthodox player, very dangerous with ball in hand. He's definitely one to watch for this game, to absolutely tear the balls wide open if he gets the ball in good opportunities. And sometimes he just makes himself something out of nothing. He doesn't even need good opportunities. Just get him the ball. He will prove to you why he should be in the team. Number 12, we have Anton Leonard-Brown. Number 13, Rika Ioane. An experienced centre combination, but I don't think those guys probably at all will be the centres for the Springbok test matches. If the test series is over by the third test or after the third test, then maybe the fourth test you might see that, but I doubt that will happen. I doubt the series will be over by then, but there will be some chop and change as well. It has to take a big squad effort, so good to see some of these guys get an opportunity. At number 14, it's Leroy Carter. Number 15, Bowden Barrett. So that whole All Blacks team is really good, and I think the guys that do stand out to me from this team that I think really have a chance of pushing themselves into the team, especially from the starting lineup: Xavier Numia, Cody Taylor, of course, Fabian Holland versus Patrick Tuipulotu, I think, for the bench lock spot, the spot on the bench for the locks. Then I think Peter Lakai has to have a big game here. Anton Segner really impressed me against the Stormers as well. Who's the other guys here? I mean, if you think about it, Cortez Ratama has a big opportunity. I'd say Anton Leonard-Brown has a chance to play himself into the number 23 jersey. Josh Morby to play himself into the number 11 jersey. Leroy Carter as well. He can play number 11. He's better at number 14, but has an opportunity to do that as well. And for a guy like Bowden Barrett, if he has a very good game, we could be seeing him in the number 23 jersey as well. But there are some other guys looking at the bench here: Samisoni Takiaho at number 16, George Bauer number 17, Siali Luaka at number 18, Josh Lord at number 19, what a player. Number 20, Wallace Atiti. Number 21, Kyle Preston. Number 22, Tamosi Tavatanawai. Come on, I think I got that one right. And number 23, Imoni Narawa. So a very strong bench once again. And I think that's where the real difference will start to come in for this game. I think the Bulls have a very strong team that can kind of grind out the first half, grind out the first 50 minutes. But after those first 50 minutes, bringing on guys like Samisoni Takiaho, Josh Lord, Wallace Atiti, Kyle Preston, Imoni Narawa, these guys are going to absolutely tear up. But once again, I saw a very good comment about this the other day. The starters for the All Blacks have to get the job done. they have to lay the foundation. They have to grind down the Bulls team, because it's not going to be as easy as the Sharks. I think the All Blacks probably will win by a good margin, but it's not going to be as easy as the Sharks game. This Bulls team has a bit of grit in them, a bit of fight, a few players fighting for a position in the Springbok team. I mean, Rowan van Mark still a guy that has an opportunity. Reinhard Ludwig, Francois Kloppe, Jean-Ray Rudolph, Marcel Coetzee wants another go at it. Ambrose Papier. I think guys like Stedman Gans and Harold Forster as well down the line want to at least get a call up in their careers. Shavino Jacobs, not an old guy at all, still a young guy as well. Takia Abraham's back, kind of fits the Cheslin Colby, Kurtley Orense mold as well. So there's a lot of guys playing 4 spots in the Springbok team. So I don't think it's going to be an easy game. I don't think it's going to be a walkover. And I don't expect the Bulls to be the same Bulls that most New Zealand fans are thinking about. Now, this could completely go wrong. But the Bulls recently haven't been the same team you guys would have seen in the Super Rugby. They're not just going to come around the corner, slow ball, try to dominate you. They have physical forwards that will try to dominate these guys. Don't get me wrong. They will try their luck, try to dominate the All Blacks. I don't see that happening. This All Blacks team is very physical. But they've got a very good running team right now. Their style of play is a lot more attack-minded, attacking, kicking game. Guys like Willie Leroux, Kerwin Bosch, you don't want to give them penalties with a guy like Kerwin Bosch's boot as well. So do expect a bit more of a running game. Do expect the lungs to be burning for some of the All Blacks players in the high felt. And I think at the end of the game, you might just see a lot of players from both teams with their hands on their knees, hands above their heads, gasping for air, because it is very tough playing in the altitude. And we know this, everybody knows this. I don't think the altitude is going to play a factor in the outcome of this game or next week's game, because these guys would have been acclimatized by now. But that being said, it will be good for these All Blacks players to get accustomed to the altitude right now, to be ready for it when it comes next week. And they are kind of sucking air a bit more, and they're trying to find more air, and it's not there. They'll be accustomed to that. They'll be used to it. And these guys are some of the fittest guys in the world. They can run for hours and hours. So I don't think that's actually really a case anymore. Even for the Springboks, they just got back from Argentina. They've probably been in Joburg the same amount of time than these guys. Of course, there were guys that did stay behind from the Springboks team. And I have to say this, guys, sorry if I'm sweating. It is a heat wave here. No aircon in this room. The fan is off so you guys can hear me as good as possible. Yeah, it's very warm here, but we've got to get this video out, because as you can see, I'm pumped for this game. I'm ready for this game, not because of the Bulls. I don't think the Bulls are going to win, but from the perspective of seeing who they might pick for next week's game against the Springboks, I'm really pumped for this game. It's going to be a very good one. I think the Bulls will put up a good fight, but what I was saying, the Springboks did leave a few guys behind as well that probably will be a bit more acclimatized to the altitude. Been training in Johannesburg as well, I think, for the last few weeks, so they'll be ready. They'll be ready to go and really ready to try beat the All Blacks, because they know that the All Blacks are trying to beat them really well this year. I think the All Blacks are really coming this year with a different mindset. The All Blacks look like they're in a different spot, and yes, they've only played against the Stormers. The Sharks are going to play against the Bulls now, the club teams, but they look like they're in a different mindset. Yes, they beat a underwhelming France side, but if you think about it, that France side's full of guys that are future stars, and right now in the top 14 are some of the best players in that tournament. Bordeaux players as well. They beat Italy by a really good margin after a shaky first half, and they destroyed Ireland. So this All Blacks team right now is in a much different mindset. They're an 80-minute team now, and they're building an 80-minute team, and it looks like they're building 2 of those 80-minute teams right now. So the All Blacks depth right now is looking very scary. A lot of guys with a very good opportunity to kind of get themselves into the team next week, playing against a physical, solid Bulls team with some very good players. Willie Leroux, 100 cap Springbok. Kerwin Bosch, I think he can be a good player right now. He has the potential. Ambrose Papier, the informed player in the URC. A center combination that knows how to play together. 2 wings that are really good and underrated by South African rugby. Takia Abraham's a very good player. Shavino Jacobs, a very physical player. A loose trio that I think can almost go toe-to-toe with this one right now. A few Springbok caps in there as well. Some very good players there. 2 locks that are big, good at line out time, good at set piece time as well. So realistically, I don't see that many weaknesses or any glaring weaknesses in the Bulls side, and I think the All Blacks are actually going to have to really work for this result. That being said, it is time for my prediction, and my prediction is the All Blacks to win this game by 3 tries or more. I definitely think it's going to be more than 12 points, more than 15 points potentially. But don't get me wrong, I don't think this is going to be an easy game for the All Blacks. I think the first 30 minutes, first 50 minutes might just be a grind, close one. Maybe the All Blacks score a few early tries, but then the Bulls claw their way back. The Bulls are very good with that. And some good players there as well. I think the Bulls will be trying to take 3 points if it's on the cards as well, with a guy like Kerwin Bosch and his boots. So this game could go, I don't think it's going to go down to the wire, but I think it's going to go down to the last 30 minutes being close, and then the All Blacks pulling away with a very strong bench there. But that being said, it's going to be such a good game of rugby. Some really good matchups. The forward matchup, the loose forward matchup, the 9 versus 10 matchup, the center matchup, the back 3 matchup. It's going to be a really competitive game. I've got the All Blacks winning by a healthy margin, more than 15 points in my opinion. But don't be worried. I think the Bulls will be putting up a fight for this game, a much better fight than the Sharks. That's all the All Blacks can really hope for. They are a country. They are an international team. They are the second best team in the world. Guys trying to put up their hands right now. Let me know your predictions down below. Let me know which players you're the most excited to see. Once again, thank you so much for all the support. If you do enjoy the content, please don't forget to like and subscribe to help the channel grow. I appreciate all the support, all the feedback, all the comments. I'll try to respond to all of them. You All Blacks fans have been awesome. You South African fans have been just as awesome. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one. A match reaction and player ratings right after the game. Cheers.